Alright, so this lighting, dude, it doesn't matter what I do, the lighting is done regardless. But the lift is over. I did cardio, bro. Low key, that was a terrible decision because I had walking shoes, but I had short socks on. So now, like, there's a little groove where it was just, chipping away at the back of my Achilles. And now there's like a friction blister. It's not even a blister, it's just friction burn, I guess, on both of my Achilles. And this is the first time I've ever really had to deal with it, but I had to actually deal with chafing today on cardio because I was just walking at an incline. Part of it has to do with my shorts for sure, but also that's good because my adductors, that means that they're growing. So, that's great, but also that's going to come with some problems of its own, but it is what it is. The real reason I'm in my car at 1 in the morning on now a Sunday, but it was a Saturday, is to address a problem that all of you have. And by all of you guys, I mean most of you. I'm not going to come here, I'm not going to come on here and tell you guys, double pause, holy I'm not going to make a video and tell you guys, you're lazy and I'm in the gym and you're not on holiday, because there's enough people to do that realistically. And, well, my message, I want it to be taken more seriously than people can, who get their feelings hurt by pretty much hearing that. My message is honestly doesn't have anything to do with the gym, but at the exact same time, it can obviously be applied to that and beyond. My point, and I apologize for the shitting lighting because, most people probably won't stay for this part, but most people also need to hear this part, is that, bro, when I kind of first got into the gym, at the end of high school, basically like right after high school, dude, I didn't know really what I was doing, but I trained with passion, and I don't know what it is. I hate when people say fitness industry and fitness this and fitness that, because at the end of the day, it's just going to the gym. And I'm not trying to say that to make people take it less seriously, but what I'm really trying to say is, nobody trains with passion anymore, man. Nothing I see nobody has passion anymore. Nobody has passion. In any video I see, nobody's passionate about making the video. Everyone's just trying to sell peptides and Cal AI and, shit like that. And fitness space, if you want to call it that, is just a bunch of slop, The more that I kind of just did a lot of self-reflecting, this is why I love, I have a love-hate relationship with going to the gym at night, but one of the reasons I do love it is because it allows me to be significantly more present in my own thinking, as well as, when I say present, I mean I can judge it, I can understand it a little bit better because I don't have as much chatter going around me, and I can even be a little bit more analytical, which is why I think it's important to acknowledge the fact that nobody trains with passion. Nobody does a lot of passion. Everyone just wants to make a bag, and that's respectable 100%. It's just disgusting at the same time, right? And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to keep people from doing what they love. It's just nobody actually loves doing this shit no more. And sure, it is just going to the gym at the end of the day, but dude, there was a time, and obviously, there's chapters in life, but there's a time when taking 400 milligrams of caffeine to go hit a 135 bench. That's passion. It's stupidity, but it's passion. That's passion to the fullest degree. It's like childlike joy almost, and now everybody's just wants to shit on one another, and it just seems like it's so toxic, and I say that with a laugh because it's so easy to see how I'll use rage bait as the prime example. How other people's opinion, especially strangers, holds so much value to other people. Like to you as an individual, somebody else's opinion is like out of this world and insane. And I think that is stupid. And the reason I say that is because, right, if you think some idiot with no Instagram profile picture says something and you don't like it and it actually affects you, the problem isn't the person who posted that. There's always going to be negativity. There's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be people on what you love to do or your opinion or whatever it is, right? There's a difference between constructive criticism, bouncing ideas off of each other, and just being a slash like rage bait, whatever. And the reason I say this is because if you let that affect you, you're gonna be so unhappy. And when I say unhappy, I mean like you won't be able to find peace, right? You won't be able to find peace in your own thoughts because somebody else's opinion affected, you know, it like disturbed your thinking. Like, oh, I thought this, somebody else thinks differently. Them, you know, like there's just anger, there's just frustration. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the reason that this ties all back together is because if you do something, right, and like you can have passion towards something, but also I think a part of that passion comes with literally letting go of other people's opinions. You know, I'm sitting here in my car making a video for YouTube, right? Most people would be like, that's so stupid, right? Obviously. Because it sounds silly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, me saying out loud doesn't mean like, wow, that's kind of cool. No, I just enjoy this. Like, I didn't even think I would enjoy this. And truth be told, like, I train less hard when I record because I'm like have to mentally think about setting up my camera and this, that, and the other. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but what I'm saying is like the days I record, I feel like I get less out of my workout. And regardless, I still love doing this. It's something I didn't think I would like. I kind of just did it for the wrong reasons and then started to actually find the right reasons, and now I'm enjoying it. I'm becoming slowly more passionate about this, and that's awesome. And there's going to be 40 million people all over the world being like, I don't like him or this, that, and the other, but I don't know them. Their opinion holds no value to me. It's time for everyone else to work on doing that. Part of that comes with finding your own peace and being content / happy with yourself. That does not mean not improving. That just means you can be happy with forming an opinion and not letting other people's opinion affect that. That's the reason rage bait is literally so effective, is because some random ass person on the internet can say whatever they want. Whether it's true or not, or whether it's even, like, they're probably spending 2 seconds just to write it, not even remembering what they did in 1 or 2 scrolls. And that's sitting with you for who knows how long. This is one, my brain is a little bit of always a mess whenever I put my thoughts to words, because I kind of scatterbrain very, very consistently. But what I'm trying to say is this: you gotta do with passion, man. You gotta find love for the game, basically. You gotta find the love for the game, because if you don't, you're gonna be miserable. And that is not a good place to be. The world is full of so many bad things already that it is very, very, I wouldn't say immature, but it's stupid to make yourself suffer for no other reason. If you're going to make yourself suffer, it should be for a beneficial reason and not because you enjoy, you know, and there's a difference between what I'm going to say and like the David Goggins version. Like, there's no reason you should suffer just because you're comfortable with your own suffering. You know, like, you become comfortable with the suffering, and it's like why people think they don't deserve to have good things, or why they think they deserve to have bad things, is because they're comfortable with their own suffering in a way, and they never want to like let go of that suffering, right? That's different than like going and seeking out suffering so you can be better, right? You know, whether that's a run, whether that's a new business, whether that be whatever. So go do that. Whatever it is, go chase that. Go do something that's honestly cringe because, you know, the amount of people I've had, like, and this is just like near the end of college when I really started this. It was like my junior or senior, I don't even remember honestly, of college. And keep in mind, like, I'm just a idiot with a phone, and I just enjoy working out. Like, I really enjoy it. That's why I can't destroy my passion, bro. You can talk, you can tell me it's not optimal, you can tell me this, that, and the other. I've always had naysayers. I had looking at me funny when I walk into the gym with a tripod, bro. Trust me, I've been there. I would go late at night to the gym to record so that minimal people were there. And that's where I had to start, right? Because I wasn't comfortable enough with myself and comfortable enough with, you know, my craft and what I was doing to actually be unaffected by others' opinions. Which is why I'm saying that passion that you build up or you work on or whatever it is, it might not start right there, right then and there. God knows this didn't. But it takes some time, and you have to take those steps. But if you're just thinking about it the whole time, you're never going to go anywhere, man. Name one big who thought about working out and never worked out. You can't. Because if you are naming one person, it's because they're fat. Shout out all my fat people getting fit, though. I don't know. Call it maturing, call it whatever I don't even know what to call it, to be honest. Like, just been low-key reflecting on life completely, like, unintentionally, just because I've been able to really let loose with my thoughts very, very frequently and more freely when I am lifting, and kind of just be analytical about them, critical of them for sure. And it's great. I've loved it because I'm just realizing, like, I wouldn't say I lived my life a poor way or this, that, and the other, but I could have lived my life better. I could have done better in a lot of ways. And now that I know that, I know for a fact I can actually, like, make those changes for the future, realistically. Sorry, I'm kind of weirded out by all these people that are, like, leaving one parking space and coming to the next one. And it's really not that important, but whatever. Or maybe it is. That's not really my business. At the end of the day, there's like a little events like this, like little events like a holiday or like something else that shows you who really is disciplined and is passionate about those things, right? Anyone who is passionate about running, they ran today. Anybody who's passionate about going to the gym, right, or at least wants it bad enough, they ran today or they went to the gym today. You know what I'm saying? And there's a difference between taking a vacation. Dear Lord, I can't even believe I have to say this, but there's always going to be like, but this might rest day, and I'm talking to you like at all. I'm just talking like I'm being just straight up about the reality of the situation in terms of, like, you need to be consistent, and little events like this will show you who and who is not passionate about what it is that they're doing or disciplined enough. Right? So that should give you some motivation, realistically, because it's like Instagram, bro. Anyone posts anything on Instagram, right? You see literally taking videos that other people post, right? They're like, here, free LARP video, post it, right? So other are thinking something's going on that's not. It's all like a facade. And there's nothing, like, inherently wrong with that. Obviously, do whatever you want to do. But my point is basically not everything is as it seems. Fast forward a year from now. The who went to the gym consistently, ran consistently, did whatever they wanted consistently, it's going to show in a year. And people are going to be like, oh, how'd you do that? And the answer is really simple. It's, I just did this. That's all. That's really all. Sorry I'm getting all deep on you guys. Honestly, no, I'm not sorry that I'm getting all deep on you guys. Holy pause. Dear Lord, I really got to, like, find different vocabulary because, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I love you guys. You know, go do something you're proud of. Go do something that other people are going to say are cringe, because there's always going to be naysayers. Fuck those people. Be you. There's only one version of you. There's only one version of me. I'm fucking irreplaceable, baby. So are you. Don't forget that shit. There's no reason you shouldn't have the life you want if you work your ass off and you find a fucking passion that can pay, realistically. And there's a lot of ways to do that. So that's just the way it goes. Anyways, love you guys. Fucking, I don't even know what to say. Thank you guys for tuning in. Guys, the channel's growing. There's 51 of you guys. I remember saying like a week or 2 weeks ago there was like 40 something and 30 something. Like, you know, you guys are the real heroes of this channel, realistically, because every single time I see like a like or a comment or this, that, and the other, like, it just is a reminder of why I do this in the first place. Like, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy this, but it does make me happy when somebody, you know, even if it's a YouTube short, and they kind of just pick out a little tip that they get from like a little workout that I was doing or something like that. Like that makes me happy, because I had other people show me how to work out and like how to get bigger and how to get stronger and this, that, and the other. And like, it was all for free, basically. I didn't have to pay them. So it's almost like I feel, I wouldn't say entitled's not the right word. I feel obliged to share that with you. You know, it's been passed down to me. It's my turn to pass down what I learned to you guys. At the end of the day, I'm not going to say everything's the most optimal or it's the best or this, that, and the other, because it's not. But I'm continuously improving and trying to continuously learn a little bit more about the physiology and stuff without trying to nerd out like a complete nerd, and pass that on. That way you guys get the important stuff and don't really worry about all the other bullshit. But yeah, so this is going to be a really long video. I really apologize, but at the same time I don't, because I think this is going to be helpful for the majority of you guys. And, you know, I think it's really good if you guys can just analyze your thoughts, sit with them, think about what you want, think about who you want to be, and then just make a list of the things you need to accomplish to get there. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's all I'm saying. Love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, safe rest of your day, night, wherever the f*** you're watching. Tell somebody you love them. God bless.